Hey Civic Pulse family. Welcome back to the channel that brings you real stories, real power, and real people in politics. If you haven't already, pause for just a second, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and give this video a big thumbs up. You don't want to miss any updates from us because today's story is big, emotional, historic. It's the kind of story that makes the world stop and pay attention. Former Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari, a man whose name is etched deep in the history books of Africa, is beginning his final journey home. Yes, it's the end of an era. A man who once ruled Nigeria with military might in the 1980s, then came back decades later through democratic elections to lead Africa's most populous nation for 8 years, is now bowing out for good. Whether you loved him, questioned him, or just watched from the sidelines, one thing is certain, Buhari left a mark. And now, with the world watching, he's taking his last steps home. It's not just a political exit. It's not just a retirement. This is the closing chapter of a life that influenced millions and a legacy that shaped the soul of Nigeria. Imagine this, from the dusty barracks of the military days to the grandeur of Oso Rock, Buhari's story reads like a blockbuster script. He was the no-nonsense general, the anti-corruption warrior, the man of few words but strong convictions. And now, that same man is preparing to rest, away from the cameras, the convoys, and the power plays. Crowds are already gathering. Supporters, critics, political allies and rivals, even ordinary citizens, people from every walk of life, are reflecting on the highs and lows of his leadership. Some remember the strict policies, the fight against corruption, the war on terror, the push for infrastructure. Others recall the economic challenges, the #EndSARS protests, and debates over human rights. But love him or not, Buhari was never ignored. He was a force. Now, with solemn ceremonies unfolding, his legacy is being reviewed like never before. Speeches are being written, tributes are being made, and the final chapters are being sealed. His family, close allies, and even global leaders are sending their messages. This isn't just Nigeria's moment, this is Africa's moment, to salute a man who stood at the front line of leadership through storms and sunshine. And let's be honest, this hits different. Why? Because history doesn't just fade. It lingers. It teaches. And Buhari's journey is a reminder that leadership is tough, messy, and complex. But in the end, it's not the critics or the praise that define a man, it's the story he leaves behind. Buhari is now stepping out of the spotlight, not as a president, not as a general, but as a citizen. And that's powerful. So what's next? Well, Civic Pulse will be tracking every step of this final journey. From the homecoming ceremonies to the reactions across the country and beyond, we're bringing you all the updates, the moments, the emotions, and the deeper meanings. Because this isn't just news, it's a moment of reflection for Nigeria, for Africa, for leadership. If you're watching this and you've been moved by Buhari's story, whether you agree with his politics or not, drop a comment below. What will you remember him for? Was he the right man for his time? What lessons does his journey leave for the next generation of African leaders? And listen, don't just scroll away. Subscribe now, because Civic Pulse is your #1 channel for all the powerful stories, all the civic drama, and all the real moments that define our continent. We don't just report, we bring the pulse of the people. So stay with us. As Buhari begins this final journey home, one thing is certain, history will remember him. And so will we. This is Civic Pulse. Stay tuned, stay smart, and as always, keep your finger on the pulse.